Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today we are speaking about the 5 pillars for a truly happy life. Okay, now before we start, I want to help you understand that this is not coming from a place of, you need to have all these 5 areas in order to be happy. It's not coming from a place of desiring things and wanting things. This is actually coming from a place of you are in this body, right? You are in this body, you are having a human experience right now. So it's coming from a place of, in this human experience, what do I need to take care of in order to live a really fulfilling life, essentially, okay? Because it's really important that we come from a place of knowing that we are already complete, okay? But we are here in this human experience, and we actually have a duty to other humans, to planet Earth, and if we can take care of the areas we need to take care of, then actually we can be truly happy, okay? So allow me to take you through the 5 pillars and see what you think, okay? So the first one, so these are in no specific order, but I would definitely say the first one should come first. And the first one is spirituality, okay? Spirituality is one of the most important things, because ultimately, when you think about it, you are here in the human body for one thing only: to realize who you really are, to realize your true nature. You have gone through so many incarnations as so many different things, and you are here now in a human body, and the human being is the only being that has the capacity to self-realize, to realize what is within, to realize that you are actually the pure awareness, you are actually the divinity that is having this experience, okay? So for that, your spiritual life needs to be really important, right? You need to essentially give time every single day for a spiritual practice. Now, whatever your practice is, that's up to you. A great one, of course, is meditation. Taking the time to sit down quietly, quieting the mind completely, and listening to who you really are from within, okay? So if we don't have a spiritual practice, it's going to be very difficult to be happy in other areas of your life, because those are, achieving so many things in multiple areas. Ultimately, it will still lead to an emptiness. You still feel like, is there something more? Is there something more? Or what next? What next? Because the completion that you were looking for is already within you. Okay, is already within you. So spiritual practice is really important. Okay, so the second pillar is your health. Nothing much to say here. This goes without saying. If you are not taking care of your health, right? If we don't have, if you're not doing regular exercise, at least 3 or 4 times a week, if you're not eating well, if at least 80% of what you're eating should be clean, healthy food, right? If this is not in play, then obviously it will lead to disease in the future, or even maybe now. But ultimately, because you know that you're not doing good to yourself, you're not really loving yourself, there will be an unhappiness associated with that. So just because things look good on the outside, like, oh yeah, let me go and have this junk food, or let me go and drink this alcohol, if you look a bit deeper, just after you do it, there is a bit of guilt associated with it, right? So your health is really important. So number 1, spirituality. Number 2, health. And it doesn't need to be anything complicated. It's just very simple. Do some exercise, eat well, be happy. Very simple, okay? Number 3 is your purpose, okay? Now notice that I did not put money or wealth here, but I've put purpose, because if you are truly living your purpose, the money will find you, the wealth will find you. That's not really an issue. But as human beings, our purpose is not to just make money. It is to give back through our purpose to the world that we're living in. And look, I mean, if you think you don't have a purpose, I can guarantee you, you do. We all do, okay? Because you have already beaten millions of sperm to be born, okay? So there's definitely something special about you that you've come here to do. And if you're not very, very clear on it yet, that's okay. Just practice meditation, practice becoming quiet, and it will come from within. It's already within you. You just need to know yourself a bit better, okay? And you can also watch my video on how to find your purpose. I will link it in the description box below, okay? So your purpose is really important. And by the way, when I say purpose, I don't mean, you know, you don't have to quit your job and become a digital nomad. That's not what I mean. Even in the most mundane job, or even in the most mundane business that you're running, that you think is mundane, you can have a purpose in that, okay? But this is something that you have to understand for yourself. So you question, you know, you get to know yourself by sitting, by doing the practice of sitting meditation, become quiet, get to know yourself, and really figure out that, you know, why am I here? What am I here to do? And the answer will come. The more quiet you become, the answer will come, okay? So there you have it. So number 1, spirituality. Number 2 was health. Number 3 was purpose. Number 4 is relationships, okay? So it goes without saying, if you're not happy in your relationships, you're not going to be happy, right? So with relationships, I think, you know, from what I've seen growing up as a kid with my parents, with my grandparents, I think the kind of rule I've made is, and you can make your own rule, but the rule I've made is that you select which relationships are important to you and you nurture them, and you be the best that you can be in that relationship, because you can't be everything to everyone. There's not enough time for that. There's not enough energy for that. So you select the relationships that are important to you and you be everything for them, right? And let me just put this in here. If you're in a place where you're still looking for your partner, your spouse, you have not been able to find somebody that is a match yet for you, a great question to ask, right? Because what people often do is they say that, okay, I need to find somebody, I'm going to, you know, line up these many dates, go on dates, and eventually I'll find somebody. But if there's a pattern and if it's not happening, then the question we need to ask ourselves is, for the person that I want to attract, see, you should have a clear idea of what kind of person you want, right? To attract this kind of person, who do I need to be? What do my values need to be? What do my actions need to be? Who do I need to become to actually attract the kind of person that I want, right? That's a great question to ask. I just thought I'd put that in there. Okay, so number 1, spirituality. Number 2, health. Number 3, your purpose. Number 4, relationships. And number 5 is really, really important. Something I've discovered only in the past, you know, couple of years, is giving back. Is giving back to, literally giving back. Okay, so I'll give you an example of how you can do this no matter where you are. In the yoga tradition, there is a beautiful rule that we should give back 10 to 20% of everything that we earn, okay? So everything that you earn, before you even start paying your own bills, and you take 10 to 20%, whatever's comfortable, but at least 10%, and you give it back. Now you can give it back to anything. You can donate to any charity, you can personally go and buy things, you know, whatever. But this is, it is such a powerful practice for everything, you know, and especially for taking you back home, especially for number 1, especially for your spirituality. Because what it does, is that it opens your heart. When you give, when 10% of your hard-earned money, you take it and you go and give it to somebody that is not your close family, not your family, somebody that cannot give you anything in return. You just go and give it to them in any way. This will open your heart. It will this is a great spiritual practice. It will just open your heart, and it will make you feel abundant. No matter what your situation is, it will make you feel abundant. You can only give somebody when you're okay, right? You can only give somebody when you're okay. So just the practice of giving will make you feel abundant, and that feeling of abundance will attract more abundance into your life. Okay, so it's a really, really beautiful practice. Do it however you want, but do it quietly. So you see these days on Facebook, people are posting what they donated, how much they donated. That's then the ego comes there, right? This is a very private thing. You just go and do it. Okay, so to summarize, number 1, spirituality. Number 2, health. Number 3, relationships. Number 3, purpose. Number 4, relationships. And number 5, giving back. Okay, so these 5 areas, like I was saying in the beginning, if you are able to, not look at these as a, I want something in these areas, more as a, I'm already complete, but I'm having this human experience, and these are the 5 pillars that I need to essentially take care of. I need to do well in, and if I can do that, then I will not only, go back home to source, but I will essentially fulfill nicely my duties here in this human experience. Okay, it's just a different way of looking at it. So in tomorrow's video, what I want to share with you is how to actually bring these all together, because it sounds like a bit much, doesn't it? 5 different areas. I need to have my spirituality in check, all of this. So what I want to share with you in tomorrow's video is how to bring these all together, how to actually make all of them spiritual, how to spiritualize each and every part of your life. I was going to do it in today's video, but it'll be too much. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do a fresh video talking about how to spiritualize your entire life, and it'll be beautiful. So definitely just watch that. Okay, so that is it. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.